Mass layoffs and hiring freezes all over the tech industry, all over the country right now. People and employees are realizing that this recessionary market has just become real. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about this for months. And I'll tell you guys that it's been on the agenda of the media for months and months and months. The Biden administration have been saying, we're not in a recessionary market. We've only had two down quarters of negative GDP, which already regulates us to be in a recessionary market. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we now have the labor freeze and all of what's happening in the unemployment market starting to rise, going, we're in a recessionary market. So look, ladies and gentlemen, right now, when interviewing tech employees, over 90% of them are worried about their employment. Less than 9% of them are sitting back saying, I'm comfortable with where I'm at, I'm comfortable with my job security, and I'm okay with where we are financially. Now, in spite of that, 32,000 tech employees have already been laid off just in the last few months with what's happening right now with the labor freezes. Not only that, with all of this going on, over 4.2 million Americans left their jobs within the last 30 days to go find something better. And so I sit back and I scratch my head and I wonder, at a time where we live in a world that the average professional doesn't go out and work a 20, 30-year career anymore like my parents did, our grandparents did. The average professional leaves their jobs in a normal market every 12 to 18 months. So what does that mean right now when employment is on the freeze? Ladies and gentlemen, with everything that's happening right now in the real estate market, everything that's happening right now in the economy, inflated interest rates, inflation in general, and everything happening in this recessionary market, our import, our export, I know that one thing that people are asking themselves right now is, where are we going? How do I take advantage of any type of opportunity? And should I be scared? And the answer is, don't be scared. Just learn how to position yourself to be able to profit. Now, if employment is on the freeze and the job security of whatever you're doing right now is being hindered and you're wondering what you should do, maybe you should pay attention to people that actually have real life scenarios that they've positioned themselves to win. And so one of the big things that I talk about, and I talk about buying land and building houses, I talk about multifamily and multi-unit real estate, not just multifamily, but multi-unit real estate. And one of the big reasons I talk about that stuff is because one thing that I learned over the years, especially going through the late 1990 recession, was the first one when I started my business. So I understood the dynamics of what was happening at that time. Not only that, as we lived in the retail space in development from ground up construction, we lived, breathed, and immersed ourselves in the 2008 recession. Not in a good way, but in a bad way. A lot of learning came out of the 2008 recession. But another thing came out of the 2008 recession, an incredible education and incredible investment opportunities. In spite of everything that we were going through at that time, we were able to position ourselves to take advantage of investing in single family and multifamily real estate that we began to learn in 2009. We took a few $100,000 that amassed us over $15 million of net worth from just a few small investments in 2009, 10, 11, and 12. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to parlay that in my life. I want to go out and multiply that in this recession. But the question is, when everybody else is laying off, when everybody's hearing about inflation and high interest rates, how do we position ourselves? How do you go out and get good job security? How do you position yourself to win? And the answer is right in front of you. You're just not taking advantage of what's happening. And the true answer to that is being able to put yourself in a position where you can learn how to do trades that'll generate profits. Most people think that in the housing market that we're going to take a hit. Now, we might take a hit on houses that we overspent on the land prior to the recession. And when I say take a hit, we're still going to make a profit. So where I thought we would make like $200,000 in profit on this house, we might take a $50,000 hit and only make $150,000 profit on this house because we overpaid for our land by about $30,000. But in spite of that, what if you go out right now knowing that the whole world is on this employment freeze and this recessionary frenzy, and you take advantage of learning how to position yourself to purchase the land correctly right now? So instead of you taking a hit on the deflationary values of real estate, you position yourself to take to have the landowners take the depreciation of the asset on the front end. So as you build your asset, you take no profit hit. You just profit the entire way through. Ladies and gentlemen, it's how you do what we do that makes the difference. It's not the asset class in general. And look, I'll tell you that the long-term win game is passive residual income, money that comes by your own efforts. And so I call it the big picture. People talk about Social Security, they talk about a pension, which I call a pay cut. 30 years of your life in a professional industry where you go out and at the end, it takes most of your pension or retirement to just service your health insurance. And so many times, time and time again, I hear about industry professionals that worked a 20, 30 plus year career, and at the end of all of it, they get a pension or a pay cut, a retirement that barely can afford them to pay for groceries and hopefully keep a roof over their head. Most of which land up in a second job after retirement just to be able to supplement their income. What if I can tell you that in this recessionary market, there's opportunity for you to take advantage of going back and educating yourself in an industry that is profitable? Ladies and gentlemen, universities, school and education thrive more than any other time in history during recessionary markets. Why do university enrollments go up during a recessionary market? Because it's a perfect time for people to sit back that have been reevaluating what they've been doing professionally and go, this is my time to go back to school, pick up a trade, go into the medical industry where I have more security. But now we have medical professionals coming into the blue-collar industries like building and investing in real estate going, I'm tired of all the long hours. I'm tired of being stressed out. I'm tired of everything that I'm doing. I need a change. And now you, understanding what's happening in living proof all around us, how will you position yourself to move forward in your life and take advantage of what other industry professionals that have lived it, walked it, how are you going to go in and position yourself to take advantage of what they already know? And so I'm here today to explain to you guys that there's an opportunity for you in a condensed education form to learn how to do what we do. And for a short period of time, we're teaching you. I've been buying land and building houses for over 25 years, and I'll tell you that every single house that we build, we make a six-figure profit on. And it's not what I do that works so well, it's the business model that we created. And I didn't create this business model for you guys, I created it for me. It just so happens at a time where there's mass layoff, what better time to go out and pick up a trade and skill that you can do part-time? You can still work your tech job. You could still work your medical job. You could still go out and work as a teacher or a lawyer or an accountant or whatever you're doing. And pick up a trade that you can do part-time and generate six-figure profits, even if you only did one of these houses every single year. And then you take and deploy that capital, that excess capital that you're not accustomed to having anyways because you've been working your job for several years. And you deploy that into the big picture. Passive residual income, multi-unit real estate, whether it's multifamily, whether it's industrial office, or any of those industries. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no time better than right now, in the present, when values are starting to drop, land values are starting to drop, to position yourself to learn and understand how to win. To find out more, click below, join me and my team in our big movement of affordable housing, fixing and finding problems to resolve that massive issue, and also teaching people how to take advantage of helping us resolve that issue along the side of us. Join our alliance, join the JeromeMaldonado.com movement, click below and learn how you can take advantage of securing your financial future in this down market. Click below and I'll see you next time.